And I want to let you know that I just got the word that Barack Obama is on the ground. He's heading right here, right now. We've got 2 weeks until November 5th. But let's not forget that the election is happening right now. People can vote right now. Absentee ballots and early voting. And this is now the time for us to do what Michiganders do the best: pound the pavement, not take a single vote for granted, and hustle every single day to elect Kamala Harris as the next President of the United States of America. You know, I've known Kamala Harris for a long time. I served with her in the United States Senate. In fact, we sat right next to each other, kind of in the back. We were new kids. And I will tell you, she is an amazing person. I had the chance to see her work. I got the chance to see her passion, and I can tell you she is strong. She is determined. She is smart as hell. And she is going to make an incredible president. Now her opponent, unfortunately, I know her opponent as well. Yeah. Apparently you do too. Well, let's be honest. We've been forced to watch Donald Trump's TV reality act for years. The lies, the hate, the bullying, the chaos, and the failed policies that leave everyday Americans behind while helping the billionaire class. We've seen that movie. And if I recall, in 2020, the American people fired that guy. We're not going back. Not going back. Well, somehow, this is hard to believe, but Trump is even more dangerous now than he was the first time around. He's more unstable. He's more unhinged. And you know, don't take my word for it. Just watch. I know this is going to be hard, but just watch one of his rallies. Oh my God, that guy is weird. And you know, if you want more, I would suggest that you listen to the people who actually worked for Trump. You know, basically this election, what are we doing? We're looking to hire someone to take the most important job in the world. And we all have that power to determine who that person will be. So what do you do if you're going to hire somebody? You check the references, right? We've all gone through that. You check the references. So, and these are people, let's check some of his top advisors, the people that he picked. And let's take a look and hear what they had to say about that experience. So first, what did his chief of staff say? His chief of staff said Trump is, and I'm quoting his former chief of staff, his #1 aide, quote, Donald Trump is a person that has nothing but contempt for our democratic institutions, our Constitution, and the rule of law. There is nothing more that can be said. God help us. Now, does that sound like a man that you would want to hire to be president? No. No. Well, maybe let's check another reference. Maybe that was just a bad reference. So let's check Trump's attorney general, one of the top law enforcement officials in his administration. He called Trump, quote, a consummate narcissist who constantly, quote, engages in reckless conduct. Does that sound like someone we would hire to be president? No! Okay, let's check another reference. 3 references is good. Let's check the Secretary of Homeland Security under Trump. He said, quote, Trump is, quote, an utter disgrace. His defense secretary called him, quote, a threat to democracy. And the nation's former highest-ranking military advisor called him, quote, a fascist to the core. Does that sound like someone that we should hire? No, that is not what this country needs. We know that. We need a president who will put our country first, above herself, every single day. We will need a president who will fight for America every single day. And ladies and gentlemen, that person is very clear. That's Kamala Harris. We also need a president who will stand with union workers. We need a president who understands without a strong union, you cannot have a middle class, you cannot have a strong country. We need Kamala Harris. We also need a president who will protect reproductive freedom and make sure that every woman can make decisions about her body. We need Kamala Harris. So there is no question that we must do everything in our power to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and send them to the White House. But let me just say one thing. She also needs a team. She needs a team. She's an amazing woman, and I know it firsthand, but she needs a team. And what she needs is she has to have a majority in the United States Senate backing her up each and every day. We can hold that majority. We are working every day to do it, but we have to make sure that Alyssa Slotkin is voted in as the next senator from the great state of Michigan. Okay, let's talk then. What do we need to do? We need every one of you to make a plan. You need to return your absentee ballot or vote early, which you can do now at polling places right now all across the city of Detroit. We need every single one of you to make your voice heard this election. Second, that's first. Second, we need you to spread the word. Make sure your friends and neighbors understand what's at stake in this election. And if they're not registered, hey, no problem. Detroit residents can register at all 14 early voting sites in Detroit. And guess what? When you register, you can vote the same day. Your voice can be heard. You know, here in Michigan, we've seen a few close elections. I've had one or two myself. We know it's going to take a lot of hard work to carry this thing across the finish line. But seeing all of you here today, all of you here enthusiastic, fired up, I know that the city of Detroit is going to get this done. We are not going back. We're going to get up every day and we are going to fight for the future of this country. And as the whole country watches on election night, we are going to be so proud because of all the work we did. And the whole country sees that Michigan is a blue state.